Hi there, Gary Jenkins speaking to you today. Again, thank you for visiting my channel. If you like what I have to say, please consider subscribing or at least leave a thumbs up for me. I really appreciate those when I receive them. It helps with the analytics. I recognize a lot of people are watching the channel according to the analytics. I'm really grateful for that. I hope I'm giving you something of value. And speaking about value, one of the values that I have had my entire life is the concept of being loyal. You know, we all have been involved with various components, organizations, societies, whether it's I've been a member of a family or I've been a member of a club, I've been an employee at a job that I've had. There's just all kinds of different things that we have exercised loyalty to. And when I look upon my work life, repeatedly, I was very loyal to the organization. I would put in long hours. I would defend the organization against an attack, perhaps. Oftentimes it was an unsubstantiated attack. It was mostly an emotional, I don't like this policy because now it interferes with what I want. Whereas before last week they were just fine with the policy because it protected them. So you have those kind of things that go on. But one of the things that I have become really aware of is over the last 10 years, I worked in an organization that I was extremely loyal to. I worked every hour. I never cheated them on time. I was always diligently promoting or doing my job or exercising my abilities to make benefit to the company based upon what services they were asking me to render. They were the ones who set the parameters of what services I was to render. I was fine with those parameters. I didn't see anything that was contrary to good, positive values, didn't compromise my values, and I was willing to move forward. But one of the things that I recognize now is that for the 10 years I was constantly being told you have a job for life, people who work hard will be kept, on and on. But when the company, at the earliest possible moment, could unload people, they did. They unloaded us almost as unceremoniously as they lawfully could. It's interesting, as the COVID-19 thing was taking off, the UK government came up with a plan that the government would supply a certain amount of money to every employee so that employers could keep them on the payroll. The government was making the payment. And it was just fine for the company to keep people at that point in time. And in that interim time, they brought in whatever technologies they decided that they could do and run the work of 160 people and keep only 40. That was the plan. That came out, and at the moment when they decided that now we can unload all of these people at a cost savings to us, however they wanted to do it, suddenly it was no problem for them. There was no question of loyalty. It was just all cost analysis and getting rid of people. And maybe that is what happened to you too. One of the things that I have to admit, and we learned this from Darwin, when he wrote his Survival of the Species, and he came up with the idea that, the fittest species is the one that survives. Well, the fittest species is always the one that's most likely willing to adapt. If you don't adapt in the world, you die. It's true for business. So the business I work for made some kind of adaptation they think is going to serve them better in the future, and they progress, they move forward. Now it's my turn to adapt. Because if I don't, I'm going to die. There aren't that many jobs out there anymore. Oh yeah, Amazon was hiring, but Amazon gave me a clue. If Amazon is mostly an internet-based business that is actually delivering just physical products that people go online to buy, where is the actual economy? Is it in the physical delivery of the items? That's how they make their money. But the actual economy is based on the digital economy. And one of the things that I was really low at was digital skills. I don't operate my phone very well. If you give me something like a spreadsheet, yeah, I can create one, I can write one. If you give me something like email, yeah, I can do email. But, the only autoresponder I ever had was the one that was on Outlook or Google, where I would just basically say, hey, I'm going on holiday for a couple of weeks, get back to you when I can, intermittently, because I can't guarantee I have email access, but I'll be back on such and such a date at normal business hours and happy to talk to you then. Interesting, isn't it? But now I'm learning all these new technologies, to me, new. They've been around for years. I'm not the best, but I can do them now, something I haven't been able to do. And with practice, I will get better. And with practice, it not only gets better, it becomes a loss of the burden of effort, because it will duplicate itself in my behalf. And therefore, my time is leveraged. And that, to me, is a huge adaptation in my life for my personal survival. And I hope you consider that for yours too. Thank you.